Hi Aries, welcome to 8 of Cups Tarot and welcome to your second half of March reading. Well, are you ready? It's Aries season. Congrats. I think for most of my Aries, you are ready, to take a gigantic leap. But there's always those moments right before the jump where there's a level of hesitation. There's a level of reckoning that has to occur before the giant leap. And that is exactly the energy that my Aries are in right now. Now I know that Mercury is moving direct. For all intents and purposes, things are moving forward. But Mercury is still sitting in that 12th house area for you. It's still going back through and reviewing in its shadow period up until the late degrees. So we have a couple more weeks of going over some emotional and subconscious things that are coming up in us. And so this is a time when Aries can possibly become extremely triggered. And I think because there's so much pressure to be ready to move and jump into opportunities as they show up for you, and they are very much showing up for you. The universe needs you to take care of a couple more things. And these things might not, I'm not seeing a huge amount of struggle here. It's just a tying up of loose ends in a couple of emotional areas of our life. Aries comes through and right away we hit up with Chiron. So it may be bringing some stuff up for you to heal in order for you to make this giant leap in a really healthy way with, the clean slate that you want to bring to the table right now. Saturn's making a huge move. It's moving out of that 10th house. So you may have felt like you were ready to have some major breakthroughs on the career front. But yet there was always a level of being held back. It wasn't time yet. It wasn't time yet. And now that Saturn leaves that 10th house and moves into your 11th, it's go time. Major things are happening in your career, but there's things that are under review in your 11th house now, and this talks to me very much about your connections and your foundations. This is the energy of, okay, I'm going this way, and now I need to know who's coming with me. Saturn's going to clean up this area of your life. It's also going to help you learn how to manifest in a cleaner state. So there's still a little bit more of cleaning out and purging, and we're going to carry that energy all the way through 2020. That's still a theme that's going to be repeated. The difference now is that Jupiter is meeting up with Pluto and Mars, so this giant triggering energy comes down and it exposes the deepest of the wounds and the things that need to be healed. And then it kind of catapults you into the next direction. Very much what's going on here. The confusion will continue to clear. Uranus and Venus making its way through its second house. Things are still happening that you don't really see or know about yet. Things that you can't even begin to predict, much like life right now. We're all starting to wake up on a day-to-day basis not knowing what our day is going to entail. Can we even go to work? Last-minute plans with the kids, taking care of issues with caretakers. There's still a lot of a retrograde Mercury feel here, and it's the universe's way of asking us to stay flexible and allow things to occur, allow the universe to bring you surprises, and if there's resistance, you have to trust that that resistance is for a very specific reason. What I'm seeing here is a very good connection to what you want, showing up with some contrast. what the universe is doing right now is delivering a lot of contrast to us in certain situations. It's allowing us to see things from all different perspectives in our life. I've been working very closely with a friend who's in the process of purchasing a home. And the thought occurred to me, you know, when you're out and you're shopping for a new home, it's not just, you know, a large purchase. It's not buying a pair of shoes or an outfit. When it comes to buying a home, it's like you're picking out your next lifestyle, the next phase of your life and how you want to live it. The home really represents the energy that you want to invite into this next phase in your life. And there was a lot of contrast that he was looking at in his home. Some of the homes had a lot of land, old century farmhouses, and some things were rather new. Some things had a lake view and some had land. So you see there was great contrast. And even though you had to look at a lot of things that maybe didn't fit you, you needed to see that. You needed to put yourself in that energy in order to know that it doesn't fit you. And then when you do see the thing that you really want, that really does light you on fire and make you feel like this is something you could really sink your teeth into for a long time, then you're sure about that investment. So that's what the universe is doing right now. It's testing you a little bit, making sure that you are clear on your path that you're choosing, that this is something that you really want and it's fulfilling. Here is a chance for last-minute adjustments as we walk into the new phase of our lives. And speaking of homes, the North Node is moving out of your 4th house into your 3rd house of communication. So this might be the solidifying action of a home, the solidifying action of your soul, and then moving it into an arena in which you bring that out into the outside world. You start communicating who you truly are. You find a place in a home where you belong and you fit and you're able to be yourself, and then you take that out into the world. So that's a pretty important phase that you're going through now. 9 of Cups, Prince of Cups in reverse, and the Star in reverse. These are the last minute adjustments that are needed at this time. So it's like you're there, you have the wish fulfillment. But I always talk about that 9 of Cups. Sometimes we get real vulnerable in that area. There's that idea of when you have everything you've ever wanted, you start to get clingy and obsessive. And you start to wonder what's going to happen if you lose all those things you've worked so hard to achieve. The happiness and the fulfillment becomes a little bit scary. And then you start asking yourself, is this even what I truly deserve? Am I worthy of what the universe is handing to me right now? Sometimes we get into a mode where our manifestations become reality and we are wondering if we're even capable of handling these sorts of things. And so I'm feeling an emotional adjustment here, which is going to come in the form of healing. And whatever resistance you have around you right now is creating an energy that will bring you healing. And the object is to not resist it. 10 of Wands and the 2 of Cups in reverse. There's a connection in which you're feeling you need to release at this time. Now, this could be a connection to another person. It could also be a part of you, in a part of your old self in which you know has to go in order to make room for the person you're becoming. And that comes out 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups. Considering you're coming from an energy of the 9 of Cups, I think someone in your vicinity, or there's an opportunity which is leading you to that 10 of Cups. There's one more step. There's one more thing. There's an integration that has to occur here. It's probably in the form of a partnership. And I feel great love, great emotion, and great fulfillment. So it's leading you in a direction that you very much want and need in your life. I apologize if you hear all the background noise. Again, COVID-19 has our daily routines and schedules a little bit off, and so there's not a whole lot of alone time at my house anymore. I apologize. I hope it's not a big distraction. I just ask that you can work through that with me. Queen of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Cups. This talks to me about that hesitation. There's a point where we're afraid to reach out and grab what's being offered, and there's a questioning of its value. There's a questioning of your trust for it. I think you're questioning your intuition at this time, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay at this time. But the universe is stepping in, and it's giving you signs, and it's leading you into directions. And so all you need to do at this time is to let go of the need to control the situation. Allow things to fall from your life that need to. Allow pieces of you that need to fall away. Allow that to get worked through. And I think a lot of that is going to come from connections to other people in the next couple of weeks. Opportunities, triggers, these are all going to come through emotional and spiritual connections to other people. And there's a sense of not knowing how to let go. There's a need to let old habits and old thought processes really be relinquished, and to lose yourself a little bit in the fantasy of what can be right now. We still have a little bit of time as Mercury goes back through Pisces, so there's still a reconciling of some past issues. This could even be our childhood dreams, some things that maybe we had hoped for a very long time, that we're starting to realize we have to leave behind. For example, there could be the dream that we always wanted to, say you always wanted to have 4 children, but it looks like that dream is coming to an end, and you have to let that go in order for something else to step aside. And there's almost a mourning period for who you used to be. And that's what you have to allow right now, is a softening of the transition. And the allowing the universe to kind of assist you in this process. You pulled the Leap card. This is one of my favorite cards that you can get in this deck. You go first, and the universe will catch you. So there's a letting go. And the energies that you're carrying with you this month are pretty amazing, because it talks to me about agility, about having the ability to make quick moves. But it's coming from a place where you couldn't have done this if you were carrying a lot of that emotional baggage. Maybe even old feelings where you needed to feel loyal to situations in your life that weren't serving you anymore. And the gazelle tells me that you're letting those things go in order for you to move in a lighter, freer energy. In order to make decisions, from a place of what's really good for you. It's really not about other people right now in Aries' lives. Other people are here to teach you and point things out. But this journey is very much about what you picture and what you want. And I think you know that. I think right now you know that you are deciding your future, that there are crucial decisions coming up, and that you do have to focus a little on this primal energy. Think quickly and on your feet in order to grab opportunities and to know when to let things pass you by as well. Queen of Keys in reverse. You have to be careful about looking at things. It comes out next to the 7 of Scrolls. So as much as you want to pay attention and dive into that big picture, As much as you want to make the big moves right now and get things going, and you do and you will, there's again the tweaking of the details, the working out of the minor details, those final last minute decisions that have to come in. And the increscent moon, 6 of keys in reverse, tells me that you don't have all the facts in order for you to see the clear vision at this time. And just by putting your nose down and doing the work and allowing situations to unfold, do not build resistance. There may be something that the universe really wants you to look at, and you're kind of blocking it or ignoring it. You're not seeing it for what it is. And so if there's an area in your life in which you're stuck and having to review and reflect, and it's so funny that this came out right underneath, it's like the stability that you're looking for, the stability in that new beginning that you're trying to build. And remember, these things aren't built overnight. There's work that needs to be done. There's just a small step every single day towards what you need to do. And that's what's going to bring the healing. There's a, recognizing that the little things that you do and being grateful for the little things, almost the breadcrumbs that the universe is giving you to follow you into the path and the destination that's truly for you. So don't block that. You have to really focus on the allowing right now. And the mutability that's still remaining in the air. I know you're cardinal and you're ready to make that giant leap and you're feeling it right now. But Saturn's going to talk to you and Chiron's going to talk to you a little bit more in the next couple of weeks. Jupiter and Pluto are going to meet again in that 10th house, and I think that's going to bring a lot of decision. I think a lot of energy is going to change in the beginning of April. Now I'll be checking back with you then to go over that energy, to look a little bit deeper into the astrology that's happening. April is going to be another big month. May is going to be another big month, and then we're going to move into more of a retrograde period, and there's going to be more energy where Saturn is stopping you. There's roadblocks and delays for us to work through, but it's all in the name of perfection. It's all in getting to the bottom of what we really want to do, working out the details right now. And so being true to yourself. And I'd also say pay attention to your health this month. Of course, we should all be paying attention to our health. Pay attention to your body and the information that it's giving to you at this time as well. If there's fluctuating energy, you kind of have to go with it at this time. If you're being forced into a quarantine or forced into a resting period that's creating distance or lack of connection between you and others, honor that now. Honor it as a time for you to go within and work through and do some of this healing work. Don't try to power and muscle through in that Aries way. Kind of stay mutable and stay open. And then just trust and know that the time to move is coming very quickly, and trust in yourself that you'll know that you'll grab those opportunities when they arrive and when they're offered to you. Until then, Aries, really hold out and honor yourself and the dream, always as the big picture. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.